Hello guys, I am going live while I do this nice little feature and I figure going live and I have to put it on my phone so I can see any comments that come on here. I absolutely love that Google Chrome lets me do a share screen just so you guys can see how I do something and kind of can watch. So if you've seen a few of my images, you see where I'm actually on it. Like you see a little thing of me on it, and you probably are wondering, how does she do that? So I just got finished doing a home party and my hair is done. So I figured, let me take some more pictures of myself and do some more of those so I have a little bit of variety depending on the image I want to make. So I went ahead and did that. And I'm like, well, let me go live and let you guys kind of see me how I do this. So the first thing I do is I go into PicMonkey and I just start with a blank canvas. I think I've done PicMonkey through Chrome. I'm used to using Safari, but the live, hey Shelly, the live share screening only is through Google Chrome. So I'm on PicMonkey right now and I'm just gonna go with a blank image. So we'll just do this one. I don't know, I just picked something. But that's all I need for the moment. So we don't need this at the moment. We need this. This is the main thing. So first thing I did was I went into my bathroom because that was where I can get the most light. And I had my phone on a tripod, and I just took a whole bunch of different pictures of different, like, pointing, looking up, looking down, and just kind of, you look stupid, and it's nothing wrong with that. You're just going to feel silly and look silly, and this part, I'm going to stare at myself. It's silly. But I just have, like, different images. I'm definitely not going to be using that one, but, so maybe, like, this one here where you see where I'm flipping through the screens, like where I kind of have a shrug. I probably will use that for like when stuff sells out. I'll make an image. But yeah, I just did like silly little images just for me to kind of pick from. So I picked this one here to start with. So if you've watched my other live that I did on how to remove backgrounds, this part is pretty, you've already seen, but you have not seen it, you're watching it now for the first time. You go into Word, you put the image into Word, and then you do picture format and you click on remove background. And all the purple that you're seeing is the part that's going to be removed. And actually I really don't need, I always like move it and make it the full size of the image, but I really don't need the full size. So I'm just gonna go, and as you see, as I'm moving it, it's taking my hair away. So like I said, all of the purple that you're seeing in Word right now is the actual what's going to be removed. If I were to remove this right now, that's what I look like. And it's quite terrifying. So, so of course we have to go and tell Word, hey, my hair needs to be put back on my head. So you basically are just going to draw lines, and it's going to start, and then once you're going to start seeing your hair go back to normal, the way it should be. Give me back my hair. I need my hair and my mouth. Well, it didn't give me my mouth back, but it gave me some of my hair back. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Shelby. And this is with Word, guys, so it's super, I know you guys probably have Word. Just go take some selfies. That's all you're going to need to do this to start with, is just selfies. Go take a selfie. It's okay if you're going to feel stupid. All right, I'm almost done with my hair. Come back here. No. What are you doing? There we go. I think that's almost all of it. Now I just need to get my mouth back. There it is. And I think that's it. I think everything else is purpled out. So that's basically, there it is. That's what I use. There's a little bit right here, and I'm honestly kind of scared to do it. Because it may mess everything else up. Okay, I think that worked. There it is. See? Isn't that cute? So that's it. That's all I had to do for that part. So I'm going to right click and then I'm going to do save as picture. It's a little rough around the edges, but I really don't know how to make it look not as bad. So it's just, it's what it is. I can try to go into PicMonkey and I don't know, try to mess with it, but I don't feel like doing it. So I just leave it the way it is. I try to make it look as, you know, not as rough as possible, but I never knew you could do this. We'll just do me. And, you know, PNG image format is the one you want to make an image transparent. So right here where you're saving it, you want it to save it with the whatever it is .png. PNG is the image format that will give you the transparent background, which is what it's doing right now. It's removed the background from it. So now that I've saved it, I don't need Word. I can go back to PicMonkey. And from here, I actually have no idea what flyer I'm making. So, I don't know. What kind of flyer would you like to see? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go to overlay. So on a free version of this, you can add your own overlays. So I'm going to go to add your own. And an overlay is essentially a layer. You have your background image. Hey, Holly. So you have your background image, which is what you're looking at right now, a white background. That's your canvas. That's your base. And then your overlay is your layers. So it's anything. It could be pictures, it could be lines, it could be anything you're seeing here, hearts, stars, lines, spirographs, symbols, arrows, whatever. It could be text, any of that stuff. That is what an overlay is. That's a layer. And so when you ever see me make any of this stuff, you know, that's just, you know, I don't want to go to Hub. Well, no, maybe it'll work with me. I don't know. My Safari sometimes doesn't want to pull up anything from my window. Okay, pulled up. So I'm going to add the me thing that we just did to the image. And if you want to see that and verify that you're watching and it's actually transparent, you can go to basic edits and canvas color, and you can do transparent. And you see, and when you see it checkered, that means it's an actually transparent background. And when you save it, you have to save it as a PNG to keep it as a transparent background. So I just wanted to show you, like, that's what I do. And of course, you know, this is the little box that says layers. That's where you can see the different layers that you have. So when you start adding on text and you start adding arrows and lines and boxes and stuff, like each of those are layers on your image. And you can flatten it to where it's all the same image. So your background becomes everything that, oh wait, apply. So we're gonna move me down to that. I wonder, I don't know how, I need to clear up the edges and I don't know how to do that. I don't know. I have no idea what I want to do as a flyer. I guess I should have thought that more thorough out for you guys to watch. So, so here's an example of layering. See, as you see, I have a box right here, and you can leave it in the back where I look like I'm peeking through. But I want this to be behind me. So I've selected rectangle in my layers box, and I hit the arrow to send backwards. So it places the square behind me. And that's what essentially what layering is. And then once I'm done, if I were to hit flatten all, or flatten image, it makes it to where I no longer have layers. So if I were to hit flatten image, I cannot make any changes to me. I can't move me around. I can't resize me. I can't bring this down. I can't change this color to whatever I want it to be. I can't change any of this stuff. So that's just something to remember. So that's really how I do flyers with that, and I just mess with, and they're just different layers, and you can do different textures, lines and stuff. A great example, I never flatten any of my images. Never. Only because I always go back and end up making changes. So like here I did an image for Shimmer and Sugar. And basically what I did was I have an image that I already did. And then as you see here, these are all the different layers that are on this. All the bar images. I have some streaks on here. I have me. The brick images of Sugar and Shimmer. I have, the dotted lines. I have a square here. I got a square at the bottom. I got the text. It's all layered, and they're all different layers. But for me, I do not want to flatten any of this, because if something's wrong and I want to fix it, I can easily go back in here into my hub and reopen it and make changes to it. But this is a great example of something that I did with myself on it. And now I can kind of change it. And let's see, let's add the one I just did to show you. All right, let's bring me down. And then I'm going to delete the other me. Come back here. I can't click on it. There we go. And so now I can bring this down a little bit more. I could do that. I'm going to bring this layer. There we go. I had to bring it down so I can put the bubble. But now I can change this. Ta-da! And then now it looks a little different. So I don't know, I just want to show, because I know you guys have probably seen images where I'm on the image and are probably wondering, how does she do that? And that's basically how I do that. It's really not that difficult. You just have to understand that you start with Word. First, well, you start with a selfie. So go have somebody take pictures of you. I use a tripod, but you can have somebody take a picture, and you're going to look stupid. You're going to look really silly, but do pictures of you being excited or pointing at something or looking up. And essentially what you're doing is, from there is you're going to take the image, and then since I have all Apple products, I airdropped the images to the computer. But you can do the same thing, I'm assuming, with Droid, is where you can like email it to yourself, or some, like for me, you have to have some way to put it on the computer, because I don't know if there's Word on your phone. I don't know that part. But, and then from there you go into Word, and then you insert the image, and then you remove background, and then basically get it to where all the purple is in the area that you want to remove and not on you. And then you save the image, and then from there you put it into PicMonkey, and then from there you can make your flyer. It sounds like there's a lot of steps in the process, but it's really not that hard to do. And once you get it done and you do your first one, you're like, oh, this is easy, and the rest of it's super easy. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and do the rest of the images. And the only reason why I wanted to go ahead and do more was just to have more variety. And plus I was having a better hair day today than I was before. And I really wanted something that didn't have a black shirt on. And since I wasn't wearing a black shirt, I like this one better than the one with me wearing a black shirt. So that's what I have for you guys.